The next morning, I moved all sensitive files, legal, financial, medical, into a secure cabinet. I scanned copies, encrypted them, and uploaded backups to off-site cloud storage. I changed passwords on all shared accounts and contacted our family lawyer under the pretense of household document upkeep. A week later, Madison said she got a part-time job at a boutique downtown. She left for shifts in bright makeup and heels and came back with dramatic stories about coworkers who were jealous of her. By the end of the week, she was unemployed again. She said someone sabotaged her. I waited 2 days, called the store myself, and found out she was let go for unprofessional behavior. I didn't mention it. I just added the note to the file. The money requests started small: $10 for her phone bill, $20 for a temporary overdraft, $40 for groceries she promised to replace but never did. Each time I agreed. I didn't argue. I just logged everything: what she asked for, what she promised, what was delivered. Most of the time, nothing came back. Around that time, drawers in my room started showing signs of being disturbed. Papers were out of order. My jewelry tray was flipped. Nothing was missing, but things weren't the way I left them. I cleaned everything, rearranged intentionally, and placed a decoy envelope labeled emergency savings under a false bottom in one drawer. Inside it was paper marked with invisible ink, something I bought online years ago, just for fun. 4 days later, the envelope was opened. There was no confrontation. I didn't say a word. Instead, I installed 2 small cameras, one behind a vent in the hallway, the other inside a decorative box on my bookshelf. Motion triggered, silent, synced directly to my encrypted drive. Now, I wasn't just logging her behavior. I was watching it in real time. After the envelope test, I checked the camera footage. Madison opened the drawer while I was on a video call in the office. She looked through the decoy envelope, held it to the light, and then tucked it back, clearly disappointed. I saved the video in a new folder and renamed it Unauthorized Search Bedroom Drawer. That same week, she came home with new makeup palettes, a pair of shoes with the store tag still attached, and a designer-looking sweater. She said they were gifts from a friend. I didn't ask. I logged each item: date, description, packaging condition. Later, I found out she'd used the same gift story with our mother about something else. I added that too. I contacted the boutique where she said she worked. I didn't mention who I was. I just asked a few calm questions and eventually got transferred to the store manager. She confirmed what I suspected. Madison had been caught on camera removing items from the back room. She wasn't just let go. She'd been banned from returning. I asked if she would be willing to confirm that in writing if needed. She said yes. I saved her email. I scheduled a meeting with a lawyer who handled my father's estate. I asked about what would happen to the house if something happened to my mother. Turns out, because of how the original will was structured, there was a small gap. If my mother passed without updating her own documents, Madison could try to challenge things, not because she had any real claim, but because the paperwork left room for interpretation. I asked what steps would make that airtight. He explained everything. I made a list. That night at dinner, I brought up the idea of reviewing all family documents, wills, accounts, emergency instructions. My mother nodded. Madison looked up from her phone and froze for a second, then she smiled and said it was probably overdue. I took note of the shift in her posture. Later that week, I left my laptop open while I stepped out. When I came back, the display had been touched. Not just the angle, it was on a different screen. I checked the logs. Someone had opened my internet history. I created a fake search pattern using a private browser: job layoffs in finance, moving costs, long-term storage quotes. Then I left that tab open by accident the next time I stepped away. Within 2 days, my mother asked if there was something I wasn't telling her. She said Madison had mentioned that I seemed stressed, and maybe I was planning to leave. I told her things were fine, just routine career shifts. That afternoon, Madison offered to help manage household finances in case anything happened. I handed her a budget summary I created myself. It looked real enough, with charts and categories, but I loaded it with fake liabilities, supposed debts tied to Madison's name, high utilities, delayed payments. It made it look like the house was barely keeping above water. Madison studied it like it was gold. A few days later, she started covering small expenses: groceries, paper towels, a takeout meal. She left receipts out.